Moving on, around 20 European leaders and representatives of other nations met in Paris to discuss the war in Ukraine. The host, French President Emanuel Macron, announced new steps to strengthen military aid to Ukraine as the war enters a third year. Macron said that the Russian defeat is crucial to the security and stability in Europe, while adding that the leaders gathered to send Russian President Vladimir Putin a message of European determination on Ukraine. He said that Moscow is showing more aggressive nature, not just in Ukraine, but overall, while highlighting that he cannot rule out sending troops on the ground in Ukraine. Take a listen.
Everything was discussed in a free and direct manner tonight. There was no consensus today to send troops onto the ground in a manner that's official, assumed and endorsed. But on the dynamic, nothing should be excluded. We will do everything so that Russia cannot win this war. We should not exclude that there might be a need for security that then justifies some elements for deployment. But I've told you very clearly what France maintains as its position, which is a strategic ambiguity that I stand by. Nothing should be excluded to pursue our goals.
The leaders in Paris discussed the formation of a new coalition to supply Ukraine with missiles and bombs of medium and long range. Dutch Prime Minister said that Netherlands will contribute $100 million to a Czech initiative to buy ammunition for Ukraine from countries across the world. Well, according to the Czech Prime Minister, some 15 countries have shown their interest in this initiative. In Paris, countries have been asked to come up with plans in the next 10 days to supply more munitions to Ukraine. Earlier, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Kiev has received less than a third of the 1 million artillery shells that the European Union had promised to supply. The pledge was made by the EU last year. However, in January, it acknowledged that it will be able to supply only half of the initial 1 million shells. In Paris, Macron said a leap is required from the West in its approach, while adding that the leaders should now consider the transformation of the threat from a military and strategic point of view in the ongoing war. Meanwhile, writing on his personal blog, EU's foreign policy chief Josep Borrell says that Europe is in danger with two wars on its doorstep. Borrell said that the era of Western dominance has indeed ended. On the other hand, Putin has promised to boost the military ability of Russian special forces. Putin says that he plans to increase the mobility and striking potential of Russia's special operations forces. The Russian special forces have been involved in Moscow's invasion of Ukraine since 2022.